A small Minnesota town is saddened and angry this evening after a suspected drunk driver killed a young mother of 3.
Fortunately, all 3 of the kids are going to survive the crash. It happened as the family was heading home through Foley on State Highway 23 just east of town. Witnesses say a GMC Yukon was passing cars at high speed and smashed head-on into the SUV driven by 35-year-old Lindsay Cardinal. Today, the State Patrol confirmed they suspect 29-year-old Kevin Couch of Malacca was driving drunk. Bill Hudson had a chance to speak with friends of the young family today. Bill, I mean, it's just heartbreaking, and at the same time, it makes you angry and upset.
It does. A lot of people are very upset about this story, rightfully so. It's one of those stories where you can't help but feel pain and shed some tears. A young family ripped apart by the actions of a careless and suspected drunk driver. For a young family and tight circle of friends, the sadness and shock is unbearable.
Lindsay was known as the matriarch of our group of friends.
Lindsay Cardinal had just picked up her 3 young kids from daycare, ages 5, 4, and 1. They were heading home, driving east on Highway 23 in Foley, when neighbors heard a horrifying sound.
It was like our house shook. It was just that loud.
Portia Kratt saw it all from her front window and ran to the scene. When she learned what had happened, horror turned to anger.
Very upsetting. Absolutely. It's very sad. It's a mom of 3 kids that they don't ever get to see her.
Investigators say this man, 29-year-old Kevin Couch of Malacca, crossed the center line and hit the family head-on. He was likely under the influence. Miraculously, the 3 kids survived. Their mom did not.
Had called her husband at daycare and said, you know, do I need to pick up anything for supper? What are we going to make for supper? And she didn't make it home.
Couch has a history of DUIs and was driving without a license. He and a female passenger were airlifted to North Memorial with life-threatening injuries. Sadly, the 3 kids are now without a mother, a grieving husband without his wife, and longtime friends are left asking why.
But most importantly, I think the family needs a lot of prayers right now. Those 3 babies don't have a mom.
People living along Highway 23 at the edge of town are demanding that the 60-mile-per-hour speed limit there be lowered. Meantime, a GoFundMe page has been set up to help support the Cardinal family, and we've got a link to it at WCCO.com. Frank?
Yeah, they'll need some help for sure.
They will, yes.
We saw his record. What time of the day did this happen, Bill? She said daycare.
Yeah, it was like 6:10 in the afternoon. So if he had been drinking, he'd been drinking a long time in the afternoon.
All right. Thanks, Bill.
You bet.